Hello, everybody. Duke, a struggling team this season, visits number 10 Old Dominion, and ODU also has some important recruits in attendance, hoping to sway them into coming to play for the Monarchs. ODU has had an amazing season so far, and they're on their way. If they can pick up a win today, they're getting closer and closer to a potential division title and first appearance in the ACC championship game, and only their second season in the conference. Here we go against Duke. It's cold and wet, led by David Dixon, of course, the senior freshman quarterback. Joshua Kemp hoping to take away a big performance against a lot of naysayers out there who say Kemp can't handle the job. But that was a very poor first drive, a poor pass by Kemp to end the drive. And now Kevin Rawls, one of the big-time players for this Duke offense, he will be one to watch in today's game. 2nd and 8 for Perry Robinson, looking to throw, and on the run, a little pressure, finds Triplett, and a nice start for the Duke offense. Some passes stringing together. They're a very good passing team. They rely on that passing game heavily. And here, Eric Harris, the big tight end, punches it in. And a great start. Not for ODU, but Duke flying. 7-0 here early in the game. Handoff to Dixon on the right side. Look at the space Dixon has. Runs right through a defender, almost to the 40-yard line. And there we go. Get Dixon going. Use your best player to open up the offense. And good things will happen for everybody else because the defense wants to take away Dixon there. 1st and 10 now, little screen. Keep giving it to him. Number 22 on the right side again. 16 yards on the halfback screen. Looking good now. 1st and 10. Scott Sullivan comes in to give Dixon a breather. Looking to throw. Todd Jackson takes a shot. But oh boy, 15 yards. That was much needed for 1st and goal situation here. Handoff to Dixon up the middle. Touchdown. And what a response. The ODU offense walks right down the field and answers. Tied at 7 now. Quick start to this game. Both teams getting on the board early. Now Duke next drive. 3rd and 5 for Perry Robinson. Going to take off to his right. Look, tackled by Robinson. And Bolin did not recover it. The ball went out of bounds, and so Duke retains possession. 3rd and 4. Lucky break for Duke after that fumble. Shotgun formation. What's Robinson going to do? He's just going to throw it. Little pressure from Dorsey, but no problem there. The reliable Eric Harris, another 10 yards for him. A lot of threats to watch out for in the passing game, but ODU won't have to worry too much about a run game threat there. Just a dropped ball there. Maybe the rain playing into that one. Field goal. Good for Duke. They take a 10-7 lead here late in the first quarter now. Dixon in the flats. Another pass to him. He's being used in all different ways today, and that's exactly what you want if you're an ODU fan. The best player, again, the most touches on the ball here. Kemp, little option keeper, nearly gets the first down. Inches short. And now, quick handoff to Dixon. Why not? Old reliable. There we go. Another 11 yards. ODU driving right at this Duke defense. They are not very good defensively. They have given up a lot of points, a lot of yards this year. They're one of the worst defenses in the ACC. And David Dixon gets touchdown number 2 in the early stages of the second quarter. 14-10. Both offenses looking good. The defenses have been suspect so far. And there's Kevin Rawls again. If I was Duke, I would continue to get him the ball. He's the David Dixon of their offense, just at the receiver position. There's Mike Weber, the running back, coming out of the backfield to make a catch. Duke's quick hitting offense. They go up and down the field very quickly. They're a no-huddle team. There's Triplett. Gets spun into the end zone. He will stop short initially, and unfortunately, that's another Duke touchdown. So they yet again take the lead back and forth. Looks like we have a game on our hands. Number 10 ODU better watch out. This is one of those trap games, against those weak teams who just show up against the big time teams. Todd Jackson, 19 yards, nice little play there. But this is not going to be an easy game, as we can tell so far. Looking long, it's the Todd Jackson play over the top, intercepted by Bob Patterson, and that was well read by the defender. They must have scouted that play because that's one of ODU's favorite plays to run. Just have Todd Jackson streaking down the middle. And there's Donald Simmons. What a break up there to end the drive. They won't be able to score from the turnover and a chance to get the lead back, or at least tie it here for ODU. Brandon Ellison on a little bubble screen, keeping his feet for the first down, 12 yards from the Maryland native. Looking good there. 1st and 10 out of the pistol or shotgun or something. Ends it off to Dixon on the left side. Little spin into a tackle. 9 yards. Looking good. They would get the first down. Here Kemp on a little handoff to Scott Sullivan. Plenty of room up the middle. 8 yards for the potential future starter at running back when Dixon leaves. 2nd and goal situation. Kemp fakes it, and he's got to keep it for a 10-yard touchdown run. And this is a quick-hitting game. There's so much going on, and it's hard to keep track. The offense is just going at it. 21-17 is the lead for ODU. Duke, on their ensuing drive, would kick a field goal. It's 21-20 as we near halftime. Kemp going to go for a long ball again to Jackson. This time it's Goudry. And that play's just not working today. Duke has that play very well scouted. Probably time to put that one in the books for today. Halftime. 21-20, ODU leads, but certainly a lot closer game than many had anticipated. Duke are really bringing their A game today. ODU, a couple of turnovers, but really that's not where they've been hurt. It's just not defending too well against that tough passing game of Duke's. A real lack of pressure in that first half as well on the quarterback. How will these teams respond in the second half? Obviously the running game doing wonders for ODU. Joshua Kemp, a touchdown, a couple of touchdowns for David Dixon. We'll see how things stack up in the second half here. The big thing is the turnovers. If ODU could force a couple of turnovers in the second half, that would be massive. Duke gets the ball to start here, and Robinson going to throw to Triplett, but Josh Smith, he had a very solid first half. Makes the tackle only a couple yards there. 2nd and 8 now. Robinson going to go with another screen to the other side now to Kevin Rawls. This is what you do. You do a little back and forth. You can't get the defense guessing which way correctly every time. So 2nd and 5 for Perry Robinson. They go just quick no huddle. Eric Harris again. So hard to bring down too. He's a solid receiver. Does the job. 2nd and 10 now. Robinson, another pass. Gonna find Triplett, and look at Justin Weddle completely whiff on the big tackle. Let's Kareem Triplett get 32 yards. 1st and goal now. What will Duke do here? Gonna go a little option, but look at this. Watson and company. Everybody swarming to the ball. Robinson loses 3. 2nd down now. They push back behind the 5. Look at Mike Weber breaking tackles, looking to get into the end zone, but he stopped just short by Terry Morris. 3rd down and goal. Running an option. Robinson is well defended, but he gets in anyway. And that was a very well defended option, but they didn't have very far to go. They're going to go for 2 to try and make this a 7-point game. Getting out of the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Robinson finds his man in the end zone. It's good, 28-21. The Duke lead is back. Joshua Kemp looking to respond again now. Had Jackson wide open, but he got way too excited to release that one too early. Because Jackson was there, he had space. That was not a very good throw. Hand off to Dixon now. Going to go on the right side. There he goes! David Dixon! Nobody is going to catch him. Look at the wheels on him. That's what you need. Your best player. Far better than anyone on that defense, specifically when it comes to the foot races. And look at the blocking on this play. Outstanding blocking. Set that play up. 77 yards. And just like that, ODU ties it up at 28. Here, Josh Smith with the sack. Perry Robinson goes down, not fooled on the play action. Josh Smith gets in there. 3rd and 8 for Robinson looking to throw. Here finds Folks. 1st down, just enough. Here we go, just across midfield. Duke trying to get another score here. But look at John Jordan with the sack. There he is, the big defensive tackle showing up finally today, and after a holding penalty on the next play, it's 2nd and 28. Robinson another passing play here. He stuffed the pocket, collapses, and that's Terry Morris. But let's look at the replay, because look at how the pocket just collapses and the ODU defensive line is starting to show up. ODU pinned back on their own 3. Hand off to Dixon. Spin move. Get some blocks on the outside. Lawrence Reese! What a block! That's going to set up David Dixon. Another massive run. 97 yards. Are you kidding me? Give this man the Heisman right now. Give it to him. Nobody deserves it more than David Dixon. And that is one play right there that proves it. 97 yards. An unreal play. After a 77-yard run earlier, he has topped himself with a 97-yarder, 35-28 ODU lead. But just on the very next play for Duke, triplet, bust free, Justin Whittle brings him down at the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle. But 1st and goal at the 1. Here we go. Option. They're trying this play again. And no, Walter Anderson stuffs that play up. As you can see, the push the ODU defensive line is getting is absurd right now. The Duke offensive line is exhausted. 3rd and goal. Can they get a stop? Chad Robinson can't get him, but the defense does. Anthony Cody. What a stop. And they hold Duke to a field goal. 35-31. That is a victory for the defense after that huge play. And Justin Whittle's touchdown-saving tackle could not have been more important. 1st and 10. Joshua Kemp on a little option keeper. Wait, Kemp, he didn't go down. Kemp is going to go. What is going on? Kemp trying to trump Dixon's runs. The highlight reel runs are all over the place in this game. What a run by Kemp. Busting through 2 tackles. Maybe even 3 tackles, and just taken off. What a play. 42-31. This game has opened up as we start the 4th quarter. Unbelievable game. 3rd and 7. Robinson's going to find Archer. A nice little play there. They're going to need to get a score quickly here. Make sure they have enough time to try and win this game. 1st and 10. Robinson going to try to take off, but it's Alex Sledge out of the safety spot. Another sack. The defense has really turned it on here in the second half. 3rd and 12. Robinson sacked. The ball comes out. Brian Moore forced the fumble, and Jones picks it up. Not going to be able to rumble with that one, the offensive lineman, but Brian Moore, look at the hit he puts on the quarterback. The speed of the middle linebacker. ODU's next drive would stall, so Duke gets the ball right back. Robinson a chance to try and get another score here, but he's sacked again. The sacks have just been coming in numbers here. Ryan Chapman getting in the action. 3rd down for Robinson. Looking to go over the top, but John Mills breaks it up. 4th down. ODU would drive right down the field now. 4 minutes to go in this 4th quarter. Kemp stands tall in the pocket, finds Brandon Ellison. That's a touchdown. What a day for ODU, especially in the second half. They have just exploded on both sides of the ball. Now 3rd and 10. Josh Smith in pursuit. Look at the defense. They have just been all over everything. The Duke offense has really sputtered out. Antoine Hopkins on the punt return here. He's a tough little guy. And a quick little runner. Look at this play. Gets to across the 35. A great little punt return. And this one, they're going to just run the clock ahead here. David Dixon having his way with the Duke defense. It's just not even fair. That would be his last touch of the game. And that tells you the story. David Dixon, nearly 300 yards of total offense and 4 touchdowns. If that doesn't win you the Heisman, even if it's against Duke, a weaker team, I mean, that is an unbelievable performance. That doesn't win him the Heisman. I don't know what else you have to do. 49-31, number 10, Old Dominion. After a scare early on, they really came on and dominated the game. Looked like it was going to be a close game throughout, but just the explosion on both sides. I mean, the defensive line for ODU really got going in the second half and started just plowing their way through the Duke offensive line. I think the no-huddle offense was actually detrimental to Duke because their offensive linemen were getting exhausted. They weren't having any time for rest, and you had a superior defensive line for Old Dominion. I mean, just unbelievable. What a game. There we go. Josh Smith, a great job. 9 tackles, 2 for a loss, 1 sack. Big day. 6 sacks for the defense, and it was each by a different player. Chapman, Morris, Jordan Smith, Moore, Sledge. You know, linemen, linebackers, a safety. Everybody getting in on the action. So it could have been a better performance overall, but the finish by the team was A+. You know, obviously the passing game, look at Robinson, 41 of 52, 463 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he was sacked 6 times, so there's that. It was not the best performance in the world, but when the big plays were needed, when it came down to it, ODU smacked Duke across the face, knocked him out, and another one down. One step closer to a division title. It's not going to be an easy one. We've got Virginia Tech in the next game, and they've been struggling this season. It's been an up and down year for the Hokies, but it's a division game. It's a rivalry game. You never know what could happen. It'll be a tough one for ODU. And look at this. 1,000 yards of total offense between both teams, and they both did it in different ways. ODU mostly on the ground with 370 yards, Duke with 463 yards through the air, so both teams achieving over 500 yards of offense, but doing it very differently. And obviously ODU were superior. A couple of recruits have announced their commitments, Calvin Waters at middle linebacker and Jacob Owens at tight end. And we'll just get a brief look. Nathan Osborne, Nathan Moss, kind of the big recruits we're looking at here. Nick White, a lot of close battles here as we're coming towards the end of the season. And Tyrell Brown, I really want to get this junior college tackle, comes in at 80 overall. He obviously won't have the same amount of time at ODU as somebody who would just come in as a freshman. He's a junior college guy, so, but he looks very good. I hope we can get Tyrell Brown because he'd be a fantastic offensive line addition. There's Calvin Waters, very good acceleration. Excellent block shedding overall. Decent covered guy. If he can up his speed, that acceleration will be huge. Plus his size, 6'5". Good size at middle linebacker. Jacob Owens, receiving tight end for sure. He's kind of one of those iffy guys. He'll probably be a guy that will redshirt and kind of wait to bring in until his junior year before he's a real starter. Here we go. After a bye week following the Duke game, ODU has improved to 6th in the country in the coaches' poll. Virginia Tech unfortunately suffered a loss and dropped out of the polls, so they are no longer ranked. But for the first time, I mean, look at how high ODU is ranked. And look, a 2-game lead on Georgia Tech. A win against Virginia Tech effectively seals the division for ODU. This is a massive game upcoming. It is one of the biggest games in ODU history in terms of what it could mean for getting a potential ACC title game appearance and maybe even possibly the title itself. David Dixon's at the top, the Heisman charts still. It's going to be a huge one. Virginia Tech, ODU. See you next time.